going on, guys? My name is Carl and I am a part-time reseller on eBay. Today's video is just a little bit of my 5 tips that I've kind of learned over the year I've been reselling on what you need to be not necessarily successful, but just to sell on eBay. Now, before we go into that, a couple of little updates I've got. So the guy with 3,000 games has messaged back, and I am going to see him on Friday at 1 PM. So as I say, I'll try and bring the camera along and try and film a bit of that as well. I was sitting in the garage last night, basically just doing little bits like I normally do. And I've now decided that on this side, where I've got all of my storage, I think I want some heavy duty racking. So although the way I've got this up here now is great, I think there's too much extra space, if that makes sense. So whereas if I had racking all the way along, I could have things stacked up on top of each other, whereas in there I've got like little boxes within shelves and little boxes like these things here, the 6 little drawers. You can't fit a massive amount in. So I was thinking if like a heavy duty like shelving, I could get like little boxes and put things in the boxes, get them stacked and just things like that. So let us know what you think. I think it's probably going to be the best way forward. I probably will keep most of this stuff, but just pop it on this side when I'm finished from working from home, and then just pop it in there. So I think that's it. So yeah, getting on to the 5 things that personally I've learned over the years that I need for eBay, or just the essentials basically. So the first one is obviously some kind of photo thing. So photography equipment, whether it just be a phone like I use. I pretty much do my whole eBay on my phone. I list, take photos, respond to messages, everything through my phone. The only reason I use my computer is to print labels off because I don't have a wireless one, and also to promote listings because I haven't found a way to do that on the phones yet. So some kind of half decent camera is probably going to be the best. I use the Huawei P20 Pro, which is due for an upgrade soon, so I will be getting probably the Huawei P40 Pro because I do love the Huawei phones. They are really, really good. Next thing you need is obviously some kind of printer. So I use the Zebra printer, label printer. You don't need necessarily a Zebra label printer. I'll quickly show you which one I use. Ooh. So that's the one I use. That's the make. I picked that up for, I think it was around about £70. It wasn't very expensive. There is the GK201, I think it is, something like that, which I believe is a wireless one, and you've got your Dymo XL, 4XL, another great printer, but that one does absolutely fine for me. Originally I started off with just a normal Epson printer, printing off an A4 paper, cutting the labels out and sticking them on with sellotape, and by the time you pay for ink and you pay for the paper, I mean, I've had that 500 labels it comes with, and obviously I don't sell a massive amount. I've had that in there for about 6 months now, and it's still got probably about 30 labels left, so it's pretty decent, and it does save you a lot of money in the long run on ink and on paper as well. Because I mean, I've got some up here. I'm not going to get them too far up. The big rolls of 6x4 labels, if you're a business customer through Royal Mail, you can actually get them for free, which I've just found out the other day. But if not, they're only about £6-7 or something like that to actually buy them. So the next thing obviously you need is some kind of packaging materials. So depending on what you send, is depending on what you need. So if you're just going to do video games, you'll probably only need something like a bubble mailer or just some poly bags, depending on which way you prefer. I sell, as I say, a variety of different things, so I have to have a lot of different packaging materials. So I've obviously got things like bubble wrap. I've got all these different size bubble mailers and things like that. Hundreds of boxes down here, even down to little things like this. So this is basically just single-walled cardboard that I've cut up to a size of a Pokemon card and then just stuck together. And the reason I made these is because every time I sold a Pokemon card, I don't sell a massive amount, but every time I sold a Pokemon card or a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I was trying to find things to put them in, because I want to send them as a letter, so they need to be thin enough to sell as a letter, but I also want them to be protected. So I made these out of single wall cardboard, just cut around one, just sellotaped it on all three ends, left this one open so I can just slot it in, and then it just means that it's nice and protected. And I mean, even if I try and bend that quite hard there, it's not bending that much. If you bend it that way it will, but that way is not as much. So that's a great little tip there. So if you've got any single walled cardboard, just really thin cardboard basically, I've got boxes, about 30 boxes down here that I bought off someone, and they're all single walled cardboard. So I just used a couple of boxes. I've got about 30 or 40 of them there, like ready made up basically. Obviously as well, some kind of, this is coming in with the packaging as well, some tape. Highly recommend getting a tape gun. I did originally just use the rolls and find the end every time, and it was an absolute nightmare. So I invested in these two guns. Picked this one up from a car boot sale for like 50 pence, and this one was just from a second-hand shop, I think it was, for a couple of £. But these are absolute lifesavers, I should say. Really, really handy to have. As I say, all you do is just whoop, flick it off, and that's it done. Another little thing is, again within the packaging, is a Sharpie marker. It's one of those things that people don't usually include in their videos, but it's an absolute lifesaver. So if you've got 30 or 40 orders and you obviously weigh them all, you want to write the weight on and who it's going to, or what's inside the box, so then you can reference that to when you're putting your labels on. That's kind of just when you start selling a lot more things, so when you'll need something like a Sharpie. I mean, I'm making it out to be some amazing thing, it's just a permanent marker. And another little thing, just in the terms of packaging again, is fragile stickers. A lot of different stickers you can get, so you've got like fragile stickers, this way up stickers, glass stickers, fragile, but I just use these. I buy them in a big roll, and I just put them on boxes, or even these you seen on my last video, I put them on when I send discs, just to basically show Royal Mail that there is something in there that can be broken. Try and be a little bit more careful, basically. So on to the next thing is cleaning supplies. So especially if you're buying things from people's houses or car boot sales, you'll tend to find things can be dirty, things can be dusty, and it's worth having something on board within your kind of your area to be able to clean. So I use a lot of different things. I'll show you. So my number one go-to is this elbow grease. Absolutely amazing for just getting stains and stuff off. Really good for shoes. The white soles, if they're a little bit dirty, get one of them. Get a scouring pad, not one of the metal ones, like no ones on the bottom of the sponge, the green one. Just spray some on that and rub really hard, and it makes shoes look pretty much nearly new. Highly recommend that. As you can see, I've nearly used it. I've actually got another one down here. This sticker remover. So if you've ever got, for instance, game cases, if they've got stickers left on, if you want to take them off, they've got the sticky residue left on, pop a little bit of that on, leave it for 5 minutes and then rub it off. It just comes straight off. It's got a bit of a weird smell, so you do have to try. I tend to go in again with some elbow grease or a baby wipe or something just to get that smell off, because it's quite a nice smell, but it's very, very pungent, so it's nice to kind of diet down a little bit. And again, as you can see, I've used pretty much a full bottle. I picked these up for about £1.50 from Yorkshire Trading shop. And just general things like baby wipes, and I mean, I've got screen cleaner, shoe odor eater stuff to get the smell out of shoes when people have obviously been the second hand, make them smell a little bit fresh as well. Another thing as well actually is laundry sheets. If you've got a pair of shoes or even like a plush teddy or anything like that, that's got a little bit of even a damp smell or anything like that, pop one of them inside the shoes. I put them in quite a lot of my clothes as well. So I package all my clothes up straight into a poly bag, and then I put one of them sheets inside. It just makes them smell a little bit nicer for when someone's opening them. Obviously, you might think they smell alright, but someone else might not think it smells nice, so put one of them in, when they open up the bag, they get a nice big whiff of, well, I've got lavender, so get a nice big whiff of lavender. Thinking something else. Oh, these. I don't know where the big box has gone, but I bought a big, massive lot of these from Wilkinson's optical wipes. Basically, they just come in boxes. I think they still sell them. Box of, I think it's like 100 to 200 optical wipes where you get your glasses and stuff. Really good for if you have things like Game Boy games or PSPs or anything like that, just to give the screen a bit of a wipe, and it makes it look really nice. Watches as well, if you've got a watch, because they're not very harsh, so it's quite nice to just put one of them on. So that brings me back onto my, sorry, I'm looking down here as I've got my list. Brings me back to my last point. So tip number 5 is some kind of background. As you've seen quite a few times, I just use this white background. I am looking in the market of getting something like a different coloured background, or some kind of design background, a bit like George Ross. I know he hates people copying all of his backgrounds, but I'm not going to copy his. I just want something that's a bit more unique, so make my shop stand out a little bit more. So I think that's it. So yeah, camera or phone, packaging supplies, printer, cleaning supplies, and a background of some sort. That's the 5 things that I use on a daily basis when I'm posting things, and obviously packaging things up. So hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you very much for the support. I think I'm up to 44 subscribers now, which is just absolutely insane. Every single day I'm getting a few subscribers, so thank you very much for that. I'm now going to head off to work and do me normal job. This is why I want to become full-time. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, push that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.